And welcome to another episode of A Gem in Orlando. I'm Gemma.
I'm Matt.
And we are two adults planning our dream Orlando holiday in 2022 with 11 months to go.
Another week down.
I know, right?
Another week closer.
Thank you so much for all our YouTube subscribers. That Alton Towers video is coming. I promise it is coming. I just haven't had the time to edit. I have a lot of other stuff to do. I have work, I have studying, I have all the things. We also both had our first COVID jab this weekend, and we feel fine.
Yeah, good.
So not to be political or anything, but go get your jab because it isn't as bad as you think. I feel absolutely fine.
I feel fine.
Yeah, so COVID jabs in time for hopefully our trip to Turkey, which we will be vlogging, even though there's no theme parks there. We're still going to do
a little water park in there.
There is a little water park in our hotel, yeah. So maybe we'll show you that when we go to Turkey. If we get to Turkey, fingers crossed, because I know they're still in lockdown at the moment. But we're going to be everywhere we go. We will film for you because we know you guys love all the vlogs and you love seeing our faces and things like that. So we enjoy it as well.
We love it. Yeah,
we've got a day in London coming up as well.
The dungeons, yeah.
Yep, dungeons, sea life, and the London Eye,
which you're not looking forward to, obviously.
I don't know. I might be a bit different now. The last time I went on it, I was a teenager. So,
I think it'll be okay.
I might be a little bit better than I was before. But anyway, I digress. Let's get on to this week's topic. We are talking about
SeaWorld.
SeaWorld, yay!
Now, I remember going to this.
Yes.
And a few rides that I've seen that I remember going on. So I'm looking forward to this.
I remember SeaWorld very clearly. I remember the shows. And obviously, if you were listening to last week's episode, you'll hear the story about my dad sat in the splash zone thinking he wouldn't get wet, and he got wet and he got really angry about it. There's the thing is with this park, there is so much more than just the rides. There's so many shows and experiences which
I certainly remember all the shows, because obviously now they've got a lot more stuff than just the shows.
Absolutely, yeah.
So yeah. I do remember a lot of the shows, and obviously that one ride that I went on, which I'm not going to mention yet until later.
Yeah, until we get to.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think you only need a day here.
Yeah.
Some people like to spread it over 2 days, but it's genuinely actually not really that busy of a park. So I've seen like people going on a weekend and it's not been that busy. Yeah. And I know it's COVID at the moment and everything. Also, just a quick note on that one. SeaWorld have now, you don't have to wear masks on the rides. And you also don't have to wear masks while you're walking around, but you do still have to keep your distance.
Yep.
We in this country, we don't have to wear masks when we're walking around, but when we go to the parks here, you must wear them on the rides.
Yeah.
You must keep distance at all times. So it's very strict. I feel like it's a lot more stricter in this country than it is in America. But obviously, vaccine rollouts in both countries has been phenomenal.
Yeah,
unbelievable. I thought as a relatively healthy, I say relatively healthy. Basically, I have conditions, but they wouldn't affect me. They wouldn't make me worse if I got COVID. So, but like as a woman in her 30s, that's relatively healthy. I thought I was going to have to wait a long time, and it turns out I haven't had to wait a long time. So I think our vaccine rollout's been great.
Yes.
Anyway, enough about COVID. No one wants to hear about COVID. We're going to do our usual disclaimer, and then we'll get right into it.
Hear about SeaWorld.
Yes, I know. So, quick disclaimer, as usual, we are not experts on Orlando. We are not. We would love to be experts on Orlando. Maybe in time we will be. But at the moment, we have no idea what we're talking about. So we hope you'll enjoy this journey with us. Oh, shout out, by the way, to our American listeners. Thanks so much. We've actually got more listeners now in the US than we do in the UK.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you ever so much. I hope it's giving you a little bit of a giggle that we have no idea what we're talking about. Anyway, let's get on to it. So the entrance. Now, straight away, the minute you walk in, you've got a lovely little shopping and dining area. There's lots of shopping, lots of dining here. However, you've also got Manta.
That's the one of the big coasters.
That is the one, if you're in the UK and you've been to Alton Towers, it is like Galactica. it is a laying down one, and you're like,
Yeah,
you're
I like
flying.
those
Oh, we love Galactica. I mean, it's always going to be air to me, but you know. So you've got the entrance to Manta there. You've also got the Sky Tower, which is not running at the moment, just because they can't social distance on that attraction. That attraction looks really cool. It's a little tower, and you go up in this little tower, and it spins around really slowly, so that you can see get a really good,
Was that
really
been,
good
was that
view.
been for quite a while, is it? That's
Yeah, it's been there since beginning of the park opening, like in the 70s.
I don't remember that at all.
No, I don't remember it either. Maybe it wasn't running at the time. But they can't social distance on that at the moment. But hopefully we'll be able to go on it, because you apparently you get a very good view of a lot of things, including Aquatica, which is just across the road from SeaWorld as well. And then shopping-wise, you have got a lot of shops here. So you've got the SeaWorld store, Adventure Photo, the SeaWorld Rescue Store, which I think is about all their conservation and things like that. You've got a stroller and wheelchair rental. So if you struggle with your mobility, you can rent a wheelchair, or if you do have little darling children, you can rent a stroller as well. Although, to be fair, I'm going to say this, and I know we're an adults only podcast, but I always like to give good tips for parents, really. What we did was, when my little brother was younger, me and my mum, we went to Walmart. And we bought a little stroller for about $20.
Oh, right, okay.
And it saved my mum a lot of money in stroller and wheelchair rentals. So I would say, if you've got little children that will need a stroller because they get tired throughout the day, go and buy one from Walmart. They're like $20, and it's so much cheaper. It'll save you so much money in rental. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. And then you've got shoppers at the waterfront. The Guy Harvey shop. I have no idea who Guy Harvey is.
No idea either.
No idea. And Oyster's Secret as well. So dining wise, you've got quite a few options here. You've got Starbucks, Captain Pete's Hot Dogs, Seafire Grill, Flamecraft Bar, Sky Tower Bar,
okay,
Voyager Smokehouse, and the Lakeside Grill. So that Lakeside, you know what we saw in the YouTube video with all across the water. It looks great.
No Joffrey's coffee then?
No. You're really missing Joffrey's coffee.
I know,
you want to get back to the Disney stuff, don't you? You want to get back to Joffrey's coffee. You've got Starbucks. Starbucks is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure Starbucks is fine.
But that's your entrance area. So we're going to go anti-clockwise. We always tend to go clockwise, don't we?
But
we are going the other way around. The Wild Arctic area. Now, I want to talk about this coaster. It is not open yet. It is meant to be opening this year. It's called Icebreaker.
Yeah. And
it is SeaWorld's first multi-directional launch coaster. Now, what they mean by that is that you will launch from the front, but you'll also launch backwards as well. So, think of Stealth at Fort Park or Rita at Alton Towers. Yeah. Think of that, but it launching you forwards, and then you stop and it launches you backwards.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And you get to change tracks. Now, I've never been on a roller coaster where they change tracks. With you on it.
So you get like a different experience the second time round, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it looks incredible. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to seeing what SeaWorld will do with that and the theming as well. I'm looking forward to
Hopefully
the theming.
That'll be open by when we get there.
I'm assuming it looks like it was meant to be open spring this year.
Yeah.
But obviously we're getting into summer now, and it's still not open. So, but that was probably due to COVID. So I'll keep an eye out for that, and I'll do some announcements on Twitter if I find out any more information. Animal experiences. So you've got the Wild Arctic area, of course. You've got walruses and beluga whales. Now, I love beluga whales because they always look like they've got these really cute little faces, but really massive foreheads.
Oh, right.
I just think they're really cute. And you also got, of course, the Orca Encounter show as well. Now, I know they don't do Shamu anymore for reasons I won't go into. They've had a few things happen, haven't they? SeaWorld, they've come under a lot of fire for that. So it is just the Orca Encounter now. But you can see some orca whales there, and they are lovely.
Still good, yeah.
Yeah, they are lovely. Shopping-wise, you've got the Wild Arctic shop. And then dining, you've got the Altitude Burger, which is new for the Icebreaker coaster, and the Glacier Bar. There's a few bars.
Oh, it's like it's not like an ice bar though, is it?
I don't think so. No, I was trying to look into it, couldn't find anything.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. But we're gonna move on, and I'm gonna do a whole big thing for this now. We're gonna go to Sesame Street Land. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? I loved Sesame Street as a kid. I loved it as a kid. Sorry, my Alexa's just gone off. I do apologise. So you've got a lot of rides here, but this is all aimed around children.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, we did watch two adults go on it. JoJo's World. If you haven't subscribed to JoJo's World, he's quite funny when he does his vlogs and stuff. So definitely check him out. So you've got Abby's Flower Tower, which looked really cute until we worked out that you could spin it. And obviously, you know, if you listen to the podcast, you know we don't like spinny rides that make us feel sick.
And especially if you watch our Alton Towers one, maybe next week.
I'm gonna affectionately call this Abby's Hurler Tower.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, Abby's Vomit Tower.
Good substitute.
Vomit Tower, yeah. And then you've got Big Bird's Twirl and Whirl, which is another spinning ride, and I'm going to affectionately call this Twirl and Hurl, like Kane and Kodos at Universal, Twirl and Hurl.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Cookie Drop, which is a small...
I want to go on this.
Why do you want to go on Cookie Drop? It's like the smallest drop ride in the entire planet.
I just want to go on it. It looks good. It does look
That
good.
is the Cookie Drop, which is a small drop tower ride that they have there. And then we're going to keep doing this the whole way through. We're going to do this the whole way through. So it's Elmo's Choo Choo Train. Oh, you have to go to Alton Towers. You have to go on the Runaway Mine Train, and I really hope you get that ride operator because he was absolutely fabulous and made our day. Absolutely made our day. Choo choo.
Choo choo.
Elmo's Choo Choo Train, a little train ride for the kids, which is really cute. And you've got Rosita's Harmony Hills, which is like a little play area, but you can like hit things and it makes noises and music and things, which is quite cute. Then you've got the Rubber Ducky Waterworks, which is a splash zone for the kids. So if you have got kids and you are taking them, make sure you take them swimsuits and things. And then you've got Slimy's Slider, which, I have no idea.
No.
And then you were looking forward to this, and I was like, it's a kids coaster. Why are you looking forward to this? Super Grover's Boxcar Derby.
It looks pretty good. It looks good. If we've got to spare half an hour or something, we should do it.
Okay. Yeah, but I don't want to take away from children going on it, because it is a child's coaster.
I know, but it looks good.
But Sesame Street Land, I think I'd just like to go and have a look around there. And, like, you know, if I meet some characters like Big Bird and a Cookie Monster. I think it would be fun for nostalgia purposes if you're going as just adults.
There's a lot of rides for kids for a big area, for one area, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got like about 8 or 9 rides there.
Most of the rides, are in Sesame Street Land. Shopping wise, you've got Hooper's Store, and then dining, you've got Eats on the Streets, which we had a look, and they had some really cool slushy flavors, like Cookies blueberry, Cookie Monsters one is blueberry, Elmo's is raspberry, Big Bird's is pineapple. They're really cute. And then we saw the chicken tenders and then the turkey melt, which looked
turkey melt
absolutely
nice.
Amazing. Take my money. So that's all you've got really at Sesame Street, but there is a lot to do for children. I feel like by putting that area in, they've made SeaWorld instantly more family friendly, because I always felt like it was kind of like the only thing really there for kids was the shows. And I feel like they needed a more family-friendly vibe to keep up with Disney and keep up with Universal. I mean, Disney are hands down the best at family. Absolutely, I would always say that about Disney. They're the best at family experiences. But I feel like this is a step in the right direction for
Definitely
SeaWorld.
a step in the right direction, yeah.
So we're going to move on now, and this is I don't know what the areas are called, so I'm just going to call this the Infinity Falls area, and I'm really excited to talk about that ride in a moment. But you've got the Sea Carousel, which is your little carousel with cute seahorses and things.
Yeah.
And then you've got paddle boats, which I don't think are operating at the moment. I think you have to pay extra for those as well. We can do the paddle boat on the lake and things.
Oh, okay.
Which is cute. But this one I really want to talk about, because I'm really excited about this one. And you will love this because you love a river rapids, don't you? But I think this is going to be so different to any other river rapids that we've ever been on. There is nothing like this in this country that I'm aware of.
Okay.
If there is, please correct me, but I don't think there is. Infinity Falls River Rapids. We watched a POV of this, and you have to have seatbelts. There are seatbelts in the rafts, because what happens is you go through the rapids and there's a few little drops along the way. You get absolutely drenched before you even get up to the big ramp. And then what happens is you get your little boat and it gets lifted up a tower.
Yeah. And
then you drop like a really big drop down. And I've never seen anything like that in a river rapids ride ever.
A must do, that is.
Absolutely. Absolute must do for us. I'm really looking forward to that. Shopping wise, you've got the Infinity Falls shop, and then dining, you've got the Waterway Grill as well. There's a lot of bar and grills here.
It's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah. So the Mako Marco, I can't pronounce it. Mako Marco, this coaster with the sharks and things. The one that doesn't go upside down. Mako or Marco, whatever. Mako, I think it's called. So Mako is quite a big coaster. It's quite a big drop. It looks amazing. Looks absolutely incredible. It doesn't go upside down. And I keep saying this, that some of the best coasters don't need to have inversions.
No.
Some of the best coasters don't need it. You know?
I was really surprised when I watched SeaWorld, that POV, that there was a lot of coasters there. There was no coasters there when I went there.
There was only one when I last went, and that was Kraken, which we'll go on to in a minute.
I was pretty amazed how there was like 3 or 4 big roller coasters at SeaWorld.
Yeah, definitely.
They've done very well on that.
Yeah. Animal experiences in this area. We've got the Sea Lion and Otter Stadium where they do the Sea Lion High, the new class show.
Oh, okay.
Which I love sea lions. I think they're so funny. I think they're so intelligent as well. And then you've got the Pacific Point Reserve and Feeding, which is your sea lions and your pelicans.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the sea lions and we were feeding them fish because you can feed them fish. I think it was that time of the day. And they were literally shouting at you. Yeah. They were like, give me food. And then the pelicans, what happened was if you missed,
pelicans have them.
The pelicans come down, swoop down, get them and bugger off again, which is really good fun. So I definitely, it's a must do for me to do the Sea Lion High show because that is a new show.
Okay.
And then you've got the Shark Encounter Aquarium as well, where you can see the sharks and you go through that tunnel.
I'm looking forward to the aquarium.
You can actually have an experience where you dine with the sharks as well. Just so you know, there's a lot of dining experiences where you can dine with sea life and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot. It does cost extra. I'm not sure how much it costs. Equally, also just on that note about extra costs, unless it's a really, 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 really busy day, like, I don't know, you're going into summer holidays or something, do not get quick queue. It is not worth the price. It's very expensive. It's more expensive than, I can't remember exactly how much it is, but it's more expensive than Universal's Express Pass. It is ridiculous.
It's not worth doing.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not worth doing. That's my opinion. If you want to get that and you want to splash out, fair enough. If you know you're going to be going at a really busy time, fair enough. But I wouldn't. Personally, I don't think we're going to need it. We'll probably go on a weekday where it's super quiet. And then shopping, you've got the Mako exit shop. And then you've got the dining, the Sharks Underwater Bar and Grill, which is where you can...
Something you've got to pay for, is it?
Well, you can go there normally.
Yeah, okay.
But if you want the dining experience with the sharks, you have to pay extra for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And you have to book that, I believe, as well. So now we're going to move on to the Antarctica area. And the Antarctica area has got a couple of rides here, one of which at the moment is not in operation. However, you can still go in and see the animals. So I'll talk about that in a moment. But the first one I want to talk about is Kraken, or as it's now known as Kraken Unleashed. It did have a virtual reality thing on there for a little while, but I've noticed with a lot of these coasters, especially like Galactica that tried the virtual reality...
Yeah. It didn't work. Really.
It didn't work out on a coaster, and I'm not quite sure why. But obviously, they don't have that anymore. We've seen that.
Yeah.
But I've been on this ride before. I don't think I'll be. I was absolutely terrified because I never used to. Believe it or not, you've had it first. I never used to like rides. I used to hate them. I used to be absolutely terrified I was going to fall out. I used to be, but now I love them. Absolutely love rides. So Kraken is a big mother coaster, and it's very good. Yeah, lots of inversions, all that kind of stuff as well. So yeah, it's just a great coaster in general. Then you have the ride that's been there since the beginning of time, and you only remembered this, didn't you, from seeing the building?
Yeah,
and you was like, oh my god, I remember going on
the
that.
outside, the big drop that goes down. I remember the outside of the building.
Yes, and this is Journey to Atlantis, which is like sort of like half log flume, half coaster.
Slow coaster, in fact, yeah.
No, there is a fast bit.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there is after, but they didn't film that.
Oh, okay.
So there is. I remember going around like the little bank turn, and I was like, oh my god, this is supposed to be a log flume. Why is it like park coaster? Very, very good ride. Can see why it's still there.
Yeah.
It's still very popular to this day. And also, the next one you've got is Antarctica Empire of the Penguins. Now, normally this is like a slow-moving ride, I believe. But they're not doing the ride at the moment. However, if you are going in the near future, you can still see the penguins. And they have no glass there, so they're literally within... You're not supposed to touch them, I might add. Don't touch the animals unless you're allowed to. But they're literally right in front of you,
yeah,
penguins.
For me, that's a must do.
You love penguins, don't you? You love them.
One in
well, yeah. Hopefully, we'll get a POV of that. And then you've got the Jewel of the Sea Aquarium, which is located inside, sort of an off side of the building for Journey of Atlantis. And I think you can see people coming through on the boats as well. Don't quote me on that. Then you've got a lot of dolphin things. A lot of dolphin things. There's a dolphin theatre where you can see the Dolphin Adventures show. That's a new show.
Yeah.
And you've got the Dolphin Cove and you've got the Dolphin Nursery. So the mummies that have just had the babies, you can see the mummies looking after their babies.
That's nice.
That's so cute. You've also got the Manatee Rehab as well. So they've got a rehabilitation centre because Florida is well known in the coastal parts for their They have a lot of manatees, but a lot of them get injured and washed ashore and things like that, so they take them here
and help them,
and rehabilitate them back so they can release them back into the
good.
wild.
Very good.
And you've got Turtle Trek, which is like a 360 kind of film experience, but you've also got real turtles around as well, so that looks quite interesting. Then you've got my favourite sea this is my favourite, probably my favourite sea animal ever is a stingray. I love manta rays. I love stingrays. I love rays. I just love the way they just glide. And then when you see underneath them, they look like they're smiling.
All right.
That's what I love about them. And I know, what was I doing the other day when we was watching a Discovery Code video and that stingray was going on? I was doing the Nemo thing. Let's name the zones. If you watch Finding Nemo, you know what I mean by that. So you got the Stingray Lagoon and feeding, which I would love. That would be like, I really would love to feed them. Absolutely. So quite a lot of shows and experiences around there.
I'm really looking forward to the shows because I remember some of the shows.
The shows are iconic.
I'm sure some of them are a bit different than it was 20 years ago.
Yes.
But I'm sure it's still a show in a day, isn't it?
Shops wise, I couldn't find names. I was using the park map online. And I couldn't actually find out what the names of these shops are, but there's like a little row of shops, like a very array of stalls and things. And then dining, you've got the Expedition Cafe. So the Expedition Cafe. And that is SeaWorld. SeaWorld's quite a small park, but there is a lot. Still sounds
like a lot to do there.
It's still a full day. Yeah. Absolutely still a full day.
You can think about the shows, it'll take, half an hour each?
Yeah.
So
also, just a quick note on the shows as well. Just make sure if you're going on a busy day, make sure you get there around half an hour before the show starts, so you've got time to get a seat and get a good seat of that. Otherwise, people that are avoiding the splash zone may end up being put in the splash zone because there's nowhere else for them to go, and then people that do want to go in the splash zone don't get seated in the splash zone, so it'll ruin the experience for them. So just make sure with all the shows, and I'll say this with the shows in Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, anywhere you go and you're going to go and watch a show, make sure where the posted time is, you are there half an hour before, so you've got time to queue and get a seat. Yeah. So that is all of SeaWorld. What are you most looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to all the 3 big coasters because they weren't there when I was there last.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Manta.
I'm looking forward to Infinity Falls.
Infinity Falls. Yeah. I knew you'd love that. You love water, don't you?
And the old one I went on last time.
Journey to Atlantis.
That's it. Yeah.
Classic.
There's actually 5 there, so I'm looking. To be fair, I'm actually looking forward to the aquariums as well.
Yeah, we love an aquarium. We both do, don't we? We both love sea life in general.
Some of it's just amazing to watch sometimes.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
What are you looking forward to then?
I am looking forward to the sea lions.
Yeah.
I'm also looking forward to... I'm definitely looking forward to the orca encounter because you get soaked. And I think when you go to SeaWorld, it's back getting wet. It is. It's water. You're around water. Definitely looking forward to Infinity Falls.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Friggin' I nearly swore then. Apologise. Really looking forward to Infinity Falls because I've never seen a river rapids like that before.
Yeah, it does look good.
And I've been on a lot of river rapids, and I just don't think anything we ever go on is going to come close to what we're going to experience on that ride.
I agree with that.
The Mako coaster, definitely, and the Manta coaster. My mum would absolutely... I don't know if it was there when my mum went Manta, but she really likes Galactica. Yeah. Because she hates roller coasters, but she didn't feel like she was going upside down. It felt like she was flying
through the air,
Yeah, and I think she would really love that. I'm actually going to have to ask her actually about that. But we've got loads to look forward to. It's a great day out, I think. I don't know why it's not more popular. I mean, I kind of think I know why it's not more popular with animal rights people and things. We won't get into that. But
I'm definitely looking forward to this one.
Yeah, me
Definitely.
too. And the good thing about it is we can just hop on the iRide trolley from the other, because it's down the other end of Universal International Drive. So it's literally like
Straight road.
it's a stone's throw away for us, really. And Aquatica and Discovery Cove. Speaking of which, next week we are doing
Discovery Cove.
We are. Oh my god! And I forgot to tell you a lot about this. We forgot to tell them.
Oh, okay, yeah, go on then.
That we've changed our plans a little, and we've actually booked to go to Discovery Cove. So we're gonna actually be there, and we're gonna swim with the dolphins, and we're gonna swim with the stingrays, and we're gonna do snorkeling. We're gonna go to the lazy river, and we're gonna have all our food for free.
And the drinks.
And the drinks, yeah, and the drinks as well. I'm so excited because I actually have been to Discovery Cove.
I don't think I've been there. I have to ask my parents. I don't remember it.
I don't know if it was open when you went.
Oh, was it not?
I
Probably
don't
not
know. My dad was the best dad in the world this Christmas. When I was 12, because he didn't tell us until we arrived in Florida. We knew we were going to Florida over Christmas, which is amazing anyway to go over Christmas. If you ever get a chance to do it, it's amazing. The Christmas stuff is amazing. But he didn't tell us until Christmas Eve, when we got out there, that we were going to go and swim with dolphins on Christmas Day. And obviously every 12-year-old girl's dream is to swim with dolphins. Yeah. So that for me was one of the best Christmases I've ever had in my life. So yeah. So that is the end of this episode. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Thank you to all of our listeners all around the world. We love you all. And don't ever forget, get excited. The magic rolls around fast.